Hello, so this is my presentation for my final metaphor. The metaphor that I chose is that classrooms are like gardens. So within this metaphor, the teacher is going to be represented by the gardener in the garden. So just as it is a gardener's duty to ensure that all the different plants in the garden receive the proper care they need to thrive, it is a teacher's duty to ensure that each one of his or her students receives the tools and assistance they require in the classroom to excel. And Sister Virginia H. Pierce said, "Not what I will do in class today, what will my students do in class today?" So that's the attitude that we should have as teachers, just as a gardener. It's not about him, it's about his garden, it's about his plants. Alrighty, so also within this metaphor, the students in the classroom are going to be represented by the plants in the garden. Just as there are many kinds of plants in a garden, each with different needs, students in a classroom have individual needs that must be fulfilled. And Sister Pierce goes on to say that the pupil needs to be put into action. Some tools within this metaphor. First off, the soil. It's like knowledge the teacher is trying to pass on to her students. She must make each lesson rich with variety and quality content to obtain good results with each one of her students. And then water. Water is like the pace of the classroom. Some students need more time than others, just as some plants need more water than others. But some students will need far less time. It's up to the teacher to determine how to support students that fall behind and how to encourage those that are ahead without holding them back. Plato said, "The role of the teacher is to bring to students, is to prod students to bring to consciousness ideas that already existed in their mind." Next is principles within the metaphor. So first, we all know plants need sunlight. Every good gardener knows that. Similarly, every good teacher would agree that every student needs love. As teachers, we must support each student and help them realize their potential. Next would be a principle is good gardens have variety. Just as a gardener would choose a variety of plants in all shapes and sizes to make his or her garden beautiful, each classroom is rich with diversity. And as teachers, we must help our students realize how important and beautiful diversity is. Everyone in our classroom has something amazing and wonderful to share. Plato said, "Many are seen but not known." Alright, next is doctrines within the metaphor. The first, so every plant was placed by the gardener, and this connects to the doctrine of the fact that we are all, every human being, each one of our students is a son or daughter of God, and we need to treat them that way. We are commanded to treat our fellow man with kindness and compassion, just as a good gardener would tenderly care for each one of his plants. Alright, so next, weeds. I have compared weeds to the adversity that we will face. Weeds will grow and cause potential threat to the garden, just as hardship and adversity causes threats to our students. And as teachers, we need to be aware of what our students are struggling with or dealing with at home and academically, so that we can best guide them and support them. And President Gordon B. Hinckley said, "None of us knows enough. The learning process is an endless process." So thank you so much for watching.